Welcome to the Explainer. Look, there is an absolutely massive, fundamental shift happening in the global workforce right now. We're talking about a quiet revolution here, and it's completely rewriting the definition of a career, the whole concept of loyalty, and honestly, how businesses are going to have to operate just to survive the next decade. If you're out there managing teams or trying to navigate the future of work, you need to know that the rules have permanently changed. Here's the reality we are facing. Gen Z is actively dismantling the traditional 40-hour workweek, choosing social media and freelance career paths over corporate safety nets. And I need to be clear right out of the gate. This isn't some passing fad. It's not a temporary post-pandemic hangover. What we are seeing is a structural, foundational rejection of the conventional corporate model by the fastest-growing generation of workers on the planet. Now, you've probably heard the common narrative, right? Especially from older hiring managers who frequently label Gen Z as entitled, unfocused, or, well, just plain lazy. But that misses the mark entirely. This shift is not about laziness. It is a highly calculated psychological survival strategy that older generations completely misunderstand. Gen Z isn't rejecting work itself. They're rejecting a broken system that they have watched completely fail the people who came before them. Think about the old safety contract that boomers and Gen X really relied on. The implicit deal was pretty straightforward. You give the company your loyalty and your hard work, and in return, the company provides you with a container for life, a steady paycheck, stability, maybe a pension. But Gen Z watched the total dissolution of this contract in real time. They watched the economic struggles of Gen X and millennials during the 2008 and 2020 recessions, literally watched their parents get laid off over a 5-minute Zoom call after decades of loyalty. Because of that specific trauma, they've developed what we call a mercenary mindset. If the employer is inherently fickle, then loyalty is just a liability. For them, authenticity and autonomy have become their only real survival tools. This mercenary mindset is actually deeply tied to what psychologists call the window of tolerance. Basically, that's the zone where a person can function effectively under stress. Well, because Gen Z grew up surrounded by constant economic uncertainty, hyper-digital connectivity, and frankly, nonstop exposure to global crises, their window for traditional corporate stress is notably narrower. So what a veteran manager might shrug off as just standard workplace pressure, a younger employee often experiences as a genuine, immediate threat to their emotional survival. When you break down the actual catalysts for this disillusionment, it makes perfect sense. First, as we mentioned, witnessing those abrupt parental layoffs via Zoom completely destroyed any illusion of corporate safety. Second, this generation has instant digital access to data regarding pay gaps, workplace toxicity, and corporate malfeasance. The curtain of professional mystery has been permanently pulled back. There are no secrets anymore. And third, the rapid rise of AI-driven efficiency models shows them, in real time, that traditional jobs can just evaporate overnight. So the traditional corporate container, it no longer feels like a place of security. It feels like a cage that leads straight to emotional dysregulation. For a modern digital native, someone whose whole ecosystem consists of global connections, diverse platforms, and varied passions, stepping into a rigid traditional cubicle often triggers an actual existential crisis. Because they view employers as inherently unfaithful, Gen Z prioritizes diversifying their income streams and protecting their emotional balance over misplaced corporate loyalty. Think of it like an investment portfolio. They would much rather manage 3 different side hustles than put all their eggs into one corporate basket that might just get dropped without warning. $252.33 billion. Let that number sink in for a second. That is the estimated value of the global creator economy in 2025. We aren't just talking about a few kids making videos in their bedrooms anymore, folks. This is a massive, systemic, economic migration. And it's not stopping there. The creator economy is projected to reach over $1.3 trillion by 2033. The capital is flowing exactly where this generation is heading. If you want to see how rapidly this migration is happening, just look at the data from Upwork. In 2023, over half, 52%, of the entire Gen Z workforce engaged in freelance work. Compare that to 44% of millennials and just 30% of Gen X. Gen Z is abandoning conventional roles at an absolutely staggering pace. And here is the kicker. 53% of those Gen Z freelancers are doing it full-time. They aren't just dabbling on the weekends, they are building entire sustainable careers completely outside the traditional 9-to-5 structure. What's really fascinating here is their sophistication. Freelancing isn't a monolith anymore. Research points to 5 distinct modes of modern gig work: But the largest cohort of Gen Z freelancers, nearly 40% of them actually, operate specifically as portfolio careerists. This means they actively manage a multifaceted portfolio of clients and industries. It's a highly direct, calculated strategy to mitigate the very real risk of relying on a single employer. And this is where digital creator platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok come in. They aren't just for entertainment. They deeply satisfy a psychological need for autonomy. These platforms allow workers to monetize their identities, their art, and their passions without ever having to ask a manager for permission. With over 70% of Gen Z hoping to turn passion projects into full-time work, the creator economy offers the exact kind of self-branding and control that a corporate structure inherently stifles. Which brings us to a statistic that should honestly keep traditional executives awake at night. Only 13% of Gen Z aspire to traditional leadership positions. 13%. Let that sink in. They are actively choosing what researchers are calling an anti-hustle ethos. When they look at middle management, they don't see success or prestige. They just see excessive responsibility, endless stress, and inevitable burnout. They are redefining career progress entirely, focusing on personal meaning and flexibility way over climbing a rigid corporate ladder. When you look at how they evaluate job satisfaction, there is a massive divide. A whopping 89% of Gen Z state that a sense of purpose is absolutely essential, vastly outweighing status or traditional perks. They demand that their personal values align with their organization's ethics. If a corporate environment feels toxic or misaligned, they will not hesitate to walk out the door. They're fully willing to pay what we call an authenticity tax, basically taking on the financial instability of freelancing just to avoid the heavy psychological toll of a misaligned corporate job. It's highly ironic if you look at the historical context here. Back in 2013, hiring managers were in a total panic over millennials, dubbing them the selfish me generation. Fast forward to 2022, and those same executives are calling Gen Z uneducatable, entitled, and apathetic. You know, the established guard always panics about incoming talent, but here is the crucial difference this time around. While the complaints sound exactly the same, the structural pivot, driven by the creator economy and full-time freelancing, is permanent. Gen Z actually has the tools and platforms to just completely opt out. So how do organizations actually adapt to this? Well, the old parameters of productivity have to change. It can no longer be about how many hours someone logged at a desk. It absolutely must be about actual value creation. Organizations have to step up and provide psychological safety, creative autonomy, and empathetic leadership. Reframing your culture from mere efficiency to creativity and flexibility isn't just a nice PR move anymore. It is literally a structural necessity for your business to survive the digital era. The stakes are incredibly high here. Employers who fail to understand this psychological rejection of corporate loyalty will find themselves completely unable to recruit young talent. It really is that simple. You simply cannot attract a portfolio careerist with a 20-year safety contract that they already know is an illusion. And hey, if you want to keep up with how the modern workforce is evolving, subscribe to our channel right now. I want to leave you with this final provocative question to think about. If the traditional 40-hour corporate container is irreparably broken, and honestly, the data strongly suggests it is your company building a new, flexible ecosystem to support this dynamic talent, or are you just polishing the cage? Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating shift with us today. Take these insights, look hard at your own workflows, and start adapting. We'll see you in the next explainer.